Hello and welcome to Music and Stuff with me, Rob Lewis, and today we're talking about the stuff. We've done some music, now it's some stuff and something a little bit different. Well, I say different, depends when you're watching these, because there's going to be plenty more videos on this subject. Doctor Who. Yes, I'm ranking the 15 Doctors that we have up to date. That's ranging between William Hartnell from 1963 and the current incumbent Doctor, Ncuti Gatwa, the 15th Doctor. And just as a disclaimer, I will not be including Peter Cushing, as he's non-canonical, nor will I be including the Fugitive Doctor, the War Doctor, the Metacrisis Doctor, or the Valeyard, or the Curator. I think that's all. The main 15 anyway. So, it may differ from your list, and remember this is purely subjective. Don't be angry. You can please put your list in the comments, but be nice, be kind. Some Doctor Who fans are a little bit, so be kind. Remember the Doctor's words, always be kind. Something like that anyway.
Laugh hard. Run fast. Be kind.
And and it's also, this is my list today. Ask me tomorrow, it might be different. So, let's get underway. At number 15, controversial choice, David Tennant as the 14th Doctor. Yes, I should have made it clear that none of these are to do with the actor's skills, their craft. David Tennant is an absolutely fine actor, fantastic actor. I've seen him in many, many things. Top class actor. But as the 14th Doctor, he was just doing the 10th again, but a bit moodier. I wasn't a fan of him coming back, to be honest. And the stories were great. The 3 stories we got, well, the 3 and a bit stories that we had with the 14th Doctor were great. Great to see him paired up with Catherine Tate's Donna Noble again. But it was all a little bit, I don't know. I feel like we didn't need it. Do you get what I mean? So that's the only real reason that the 14th Doctor is at the bottom of the list. And number 14, another controversial one. And I have to say this as well, they can't all be number 1. They have to be in an order. Some of these placings might just be because they were kind of even with another one, and I don't know. But at number 14, the first Doctor, William Hartnell. Yep, fantastic actor. Quite funny, the Hartnellisms, he would, because the shows back then, well, he was a Doctor from 63 to 66, because they were recorded almost live. I mean, they weren't broadcast live, but they were recorded kind of like a play, and he would quite often fluff his lines, where he'd get characters' names wrong, or planets' names wrong. He would often get his lines wrong, and they were kept in the show. So that's quite cute. But yeah, the first Doctor, I don't know why. It's just someone has to be in 14th place, and some of those William Hartnell episodes are tough to get through. But he did some great story. I mean, he did the first Dalek story, and that was fantastic. he didn't write it, obviously. But yeah, great Doctor. But because they were still kind of, they didn't know that there would be any more Doctors. So they as far as they were concerned, it was just William Hartnell. I sometimes felt that, I don't know. Beat me up in the comments. Let's move along. At number 13. The Sixth Doctor, Colin Baker. Again, fantastic actor. None of this is to do with the actors, okay? This is all to do with the characterisation. Quite egotistical, I thought. And that was how he was supposed to be played. But yeah, I didn't like the scene just after he regenerated into the Sixth Doctor, where he tried to kill Perry. That was a bit out of character. Colin Baker was very, very unlucky. He really was done dirty by the BBC and Michael Grade and everyone else. And yeah, got the sack over the phone. They said Doctor Who's coming, because there was a hiatus for 18 months. Then it came back, and John Nathan Turner, the producer at the time, phoned Colin Baker up and said, good news, Doctor Who's coming back, but bad news, it will be with a different actor. And the cheeky bastards, they expected Colin Baker to come back like in a few months' time to film a regeneration scene. And quite rightly he said no. You know, and it wasn't because he was being a bitch or anything. He had other work to do. He had to take on other work. You know, he couldn't turn down work to shoot a scene for a TV show that he'd been sacked from. Don't blame the guy at all. But also, he knew that had happened before his last episodes had gone out as well. So he had to carry on doing promotion whilst keeping it quiet, which, yeah. So Colin Baker was really, really treated badly, but he has had the chance to kind of rectify it all a little bit and kind of redeem something for his character with the Big Finish audio dramas, and he's very popular there. And yeah, he's again, someone has to be at number 13, you know. And unfortunately, it's Colin Baker. Yeah. Well, carrot juice, carrot juice, carrot juice. At number 12. Now I know I'm going to get some vitriol in the comments for this. At number 12, John Pertwee, the Third Doctor. I stand by what I said before. Someone has these have to go in an order. That's the point of ranking them. And they're all like really, really close. They're just like a couple of points apart from each other, you know. It's not like one was vastly superior than the others or anything like that. But yeah, John Pertwee, unfortunately number 12, but great Doctor. The first Doctor we saw in colour, and you know he was taking on a massive job, taken after William Hartnell and then Patrick Troughton. But he did really well. He had some great companions as well with Joe Grant and Liz Shaw, and the first Doctor to have Sarah Jane Smith as their companion as well. A very entertaining Doctor. The little song, the song that he sang. I can't think, how does it go now?
Lochlida Shina Jirena Charun Arun 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 Arun.
Oh God, yeah, so good. Have I made a mistake? I don't know. But yeah, John Pertwee, absolutely fine actor, and liked him in the Carry On films as well, and of course Wurzel Gummidge. But yeah, someone has to be number 12, and it's number 3, John Pertwee. What's the matter with me? Dear, oh dear, oh dear. I made a little poem then. But yes, John Pertwee, number 12. Coming in at 11, the second Doctor, Patrick Troughton. And much of this is because I haven't been able to watch much of his stuff. So much of the second Doctor's era is missing. And there's a whole... I could do a whole video on it, which I won't, about... There's currently 97 missing episodes of Doctor Who from the 1960s, and many of them were in Patrick Troughton's era. But a great actor, and what he did with the role was so good. In fact, what I liked about Patrick Troughton was he had the hardest job of all, because from Pertwee onwards, it was common knowledge that the Doctor would just regenerate. And Hartnell never had to worry about that. But Patrick Troughton, he was the first one to come after someone else. So he had such a tough job of trying to sell that to an audience, that actually, this is the same guy, but he's actually a bit different, but keep watching. So big respects to Patrick Troughton for handling that. But again, someone has to be in that place in the lineup. So yeah, my number 11, Patrick Troughton. Number 10, Sylvester McCoy. Yep. Now, one of my favourite stories, Silver Nemesis. Not because it's a particularly great story, but I recorded that off the telly in 1988, and I played that to death. I love that story. It was the only one, well, that and Greatest Show in the Galaxy, they were the only two stories that I'd recorded. So I played them over and over and over. Sylvester McCoy, great actor. And yeah, I love the Seventh Doctor. But he has to be at number 10. I like the way he rolled his R's. That's one thing I can't do. I can't roll my R's, which as a singer is... I'm not going to say it's held me back, but it would have been a lot easier if I could have rolled my R's. With the rice pudding speech and the somewhere the tea's getting cold speech. Really, really great actor, and great to see him in The Power of the Doctor with Jodie Whittaker playing the Seventh Doctor again in that episode of the show, and a great companion he had with Ace. Ace kind of, I think it's fair to say that Ace was the mould for the modern Who companion. She really did kind of stand out from those that had come before her. But yeah, that's number 10, Sylvester McCoy. Number 9. The current Doctor, Ncuti Gatwa. He's only done one season so far and 2 specials. And he's been a bit unlucky. He's had not some of the best storylines, particularly considering it's Russell T Davies' second era, or RTD2, as many are calling it. But I really like what he's doing with the character. And to all the racists, fuck you. He is an absolutely fantastic actor, and yeah, as the Doctor, I love how he's playing him. This sort of confident innocence. I don't know how else to describe it, but he is really, really. He may move up as his stories continue. But I really liked Joy to the World, the Christmas special. I know a lot of people didn't, but I thought it was really, really good. And possibly my favourite of his episodes alongside Boom. Can't think why that would be. But yeah, someone disagree? Got a barky dog? But yeah, number 9, Ncuti Gatwa. Number 8, the 9th Doctor, Christopher Eccleston. Again, no complaints with the actor. But yeah, Christopher Eccleston, what a fantastic actor. Let's hear it from him though. And he was another one that was really kind of done dirty after he'd left. And I know a little bit what that's like. But yes, we've just started watching New Who from season 1, episode Rose. Just last night we started watching them all again. So we're 3 episodes into Eccleston's run, and yeah, he's brilliant. Really, really good. It was a shame that things went the way they did, because if he'd had a second season, or if he'd returned in Day of the Doctor or something, could have been absolutely fantastic. See what I did there? But yeah, really brought some gravitas to the role, I thought, did Mr. Eccleston. And yeah, that's number 8. The 9th Doctor. Number 7. The 8th Doctor, Paul McGann. Yeah. Just not enough. Just not enough of him. I know he's done loads of Big Finish. I don't really listen to many Big Finishes, to be honest. I just don't have the time. But on screen, he's only been in 3 episodes. The movie, Night of the Doctor, a mini episode, 10 minutes long, whatever it is, and Power of the Doctor. And we hardly saw him in that. And he was only in the movie from like half an hour in, because obviously Sylvester McCoy was the Doctor at the start. So we just haven't had enough Paul McGann, but he is one of my favourite actors, I have to say. Seeing him in With an Al and I, one of my favourite movies. Yeah. Then, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. But yes, Paul McGann, just wish we'd had more of him. It could have been really a fantastic Doctor. Well, he was. Just wish we'd seen more. Yes, my 6th favourite Doctor, Jodie Whittaker as the 13th Doctor. I'm not proud to say that when it was announced that Jodie Whittaker would be taken over from Peter Capaldi, I voiced my opinions, and my opinions were wrong. I wasn't like uber sexist, but I did say, oh, you know, the Time Lord is a Time Lord, not a Time Lady, all this kind of stuff. I was basically trying to justify my sexism, and I was completely wrong. But yeah, I was soon proved wrong. Jodie Whittaker, from the first episode, was so good. Yes, she was let down somewhat by some bad scripts, and maybe the fan was too big at the start. I think maybe they should have, because it was a new era, it was a new Doctor, new showrunner, new production team, everything all at once. A new companion team. They introduced 3 new companions in one go. I think maybe they should have staggered it, so you're not trying to absorb everything in one go. But Jodie Whittaker's performance was really, really amazing, and yeah, I was genuinely sad when she left. I did have a bit of a hiatus with Doctor Who. I watched her first episode. Was it The Girl Who Fell to Earth? The Woman Who Fell to Earth? I watched that one when it went out. And then, because I'm a performer, I was out a lot on Saturday nights and stuff, and Sunday nights. And I kind of missed a few. I got further and further away from being able to watch them. Then I went through a marriage breakup and a divorce and moved house and everything, career change, blah, 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 blah. Before I know it, I've missed 2 years of Doctor Who. We had COVID as well. We missed 2 years of Doctor Who. And I'd only heard negative things about her on social media. So I wasn't really inspired to watch them. And then my partner and I said, oh, should we give it a watch? Because we knew the 60th anniversary specials were coming up. But yeah, let's give it a watch. Let's give Jodie Whittaker a watch. Amazing. Yeah. Or brilliant, I should say. Yeah, Jodie Whittaker as the 13th Doctor. Great costume design, great TARDIS. Yeah, really, really good. It was a shame she was also kind of done dirty by the fans. Some fans gave her a really, really hard time and should be ashamed of themselves. And if that was you, because yeah, she was brilliant. Sorry to interrupt. If you're enjoying this video and would like to see more of the sort of stuff that I'm putting out, then please feel free to hit the button that says subscribe down there. And of course, just near that, there's one that's shaped like a bell. It's very unclear, but if you press that one, you'll also be notified when I put a new video out, which is daily pretty much. And don't forget to like the video and put something in the comments. whatever it might be. And if you're really feeling like an absolute dude, you can subscribe to my Patreon channel. The link is going to be there in the description. And that way you're not going to miss out, and I get to keep doing this kind of stuff for you lovely, lovely, lovely people. Thanks very much. Now back to the video. Number 5. The Fourth Doctor, Tom Baker. Many people's favourite, and rightly so. And as we get to these last ones, it's really, they're so close. They really are so close. But this is the order that I've decided for today. Tom Baker, the Fourth Doctor. Currently the longest running Doctor. I did 7 years. Returned briefly as the Curator in the 50th anniversary special, Day of the Doctor. And returned a few years ago to Big Finish to record more audio adventures. Some iconic stories in his era: Genesis of the Daleks, Talons of Wen Chiang. You had the Terror of the Zygons. I'm afraid my mind's gone blank now. Pyramids of Mars, City of Death, which I believe is the most watched broadcasted episode. What am I trying to say? It had the highest ratings of any Doctor Who story. City of Death, filmed in Paris with special guest John Cleese. Yeah, iconic Doctor. This, bear with. How was I not already wearing this? I have a Fourth Doctor scarf. This is ridiculous. No one ever tripped over in the studio is beyond me. But yes. The costume. Sometimes he wore the hat, the hair, the jelly babies. Oh my God, so good. Do I have that right? Or have I the right? What was it he said in Genesis of the Daleks? What a fantastic story. Really high up there in one of the greatest stories ever told in the Whoniverse. Yeah. My 5th favourite, Tom Baker, the Fourth In 4th place, the 10th Doctor, David Tennant. Yep. I know. The 4th and the 10th Doctor in 5th and 4th place. But that's how I'm rolling, baby. Yeah, David Tennant. Such a good actor. As I said, when he was in 15th place with the 14th Doctor. He did get 2 goes at it as well. But, yeah. It took me a couple of episodes to warm to him. Maybe because I liked Eccleston so much. But yeah, once, I think it was Tooth and Claw, his story there. I thought, yeah, this guy's good. I like him. And grew to love him, obviously. See him in Doomsday, and a very emotional Doctor. Says sorry a lot. And he doesn't want to go. But seeing his emotional farewell in The End of Time Part 2, yeah, it dragged on a bit, but I'll let that go because it was very good. He did like his lap of honour, seeing all of his friends and stuff before he regenerated. But, yeah. My only criticism of Tennant was that sometimes he was a bit too human. He was kind of the most human of all the Doctors. But yeah, that's kind of it, really. A great design with the suit and the Converse, 3D specs, and the hair. Yeah, the backcombed hair. But yeah, David Tennant. So here we are at this juncture. We've got 3 left. You know who they are. What order am I going to put them in? In third place, as one of the Doctor's fathers-in-law, and the only Doctor that I've met, twice actually, the 5th Doctor, Peter Davison. When it was announced he was going to be the Doctor in the 80s, he got some stick because he was so young. He was the youngest guy at the time to play the Doctor, but he was taken over from Tom Baker. You know, what a job that the pressure of taking over from Tom Baker and being the youngest guy, but he excelled at it. I really liked his take on the Doctor. He was a little bit grumpy, but he was a hero, you know, as a 5th Doctor. I found quite witty. Yeah, brilliant guy. And I've met him twice. He signed some stuff for me. Had a little chat with him. Really nice guy. And he wrote the 5-ish Doctors for the 50th anniversary. If you've not seen it, honestly, you should check out the 5-ish Doctors. It is so funny. And yeah, he wrote it, and of course Sylvester McCoy and Colin Baker and Paul McGann and David Tennant are in it, mainly because David Tennant is his son-in-law. But yeah, that's my choice for my third favourite Doctor, Peter Davison, the 5th Doctor. It's hot with that scarf on. But here we are. I'm down to my favourite 2 Doctors, and the hardcore fans among you will have clocked already that they are both Stephen Moffat's Doctors. But who's going to be my number 1? And remember, this is today. It could change tomorrow. It could be different tomorrow. It might be William Hartnell tomorrow as my favourite, but not today. Today, my second favourite Doctor, Peter Capaldi, the 12th Doctor. An actor who played it with such gravitas, and he had some really good speeches. The episode, the Zygon inversion, whatever it is, when you've got the 12th Doctor there, and the Zygon Clara at one side and Kate Stewart the other side, and he's just saying,
How are you going to protect your glorious revolution from the next one?
We'll win.
Oh, will you? Well, maybe you will win. But nobody wins for long. The wheel just keeps turning. So come on. Break the cycle.
Why are you still talking?
Because I want to get you to see, and I'm almost there.
Do you know what I see, Doctor? A box. A box with everything I need. A 50% chance.
For us too.
And we're off! Fingers on buzzers! Are you feeling lucky? Are you ready to play the game? Who's gonna be quickest? Who's gonna be luckiest?
This is not a game!
No, it's not a game, sweetheart, and I mean that most sincerely.
Why are you doing this?
Yes, I'd quite like to know that too. You set this up. Why?
Because it's not a game, Kate. This is a scale model of war. Every war ever fought right there in front of you. Because it's always the same. When you fire that first shot, no matter how right you feel, you have no idea who's going to die. You don't know whose children are going to scream and burn. How many hearts will be broken? How many lives shattered? How much blood will spill until everybody does what they were always going to have to do from the very beginning? Sit down and talk! Listen to me, listen. I just want you to think. Do you know what thinking is? It's just a fancy word for changing your mind.
I will not change my mind.
Then you will die stupid.
I've seen him in many things. He was in Peep Show, The Thick of It, of course. And he was a fan as well. There's a thing about he actually wrote to Doctor Who magazine in the 70s because he was a fan as a child. And yeah, I didn't mention this about David Tennant, but apparently David Tennant credits Doctor Who for him wanting to become an actor, and Peter Capaldi always dreamed about playing the Doctor. So they both got their dreams come true. But yeah, Peter Capaldi played it so good, really did, and he had a great look as well. But you know, they can't all be number one. But his relationship with Clara, I really liked their chemistry. I thought him and Jenna Coleman really worked well together, and Pearl Mackie as Bill as well. And of course he had Missy, Michelle Gomez's Missy, as his nemesis. And he was blind for two or three episodes. And don't forget, Heaven Sent. Dude did a whole episode on his own. No other cast in Heaven Sent. It was just him for 45 minutes, just Peter Capaldi on his own. But it was brilliant. He really did hold your attention. A lot of that's thanks to Stephen Moffat's writing, but yeah, if you didn't have Peter Capaldi delivering those lines, but yeah, my number two, Peter Capaldi, which can only leave my favourite Doctor, Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor. Can't help it. Following on from David Tennant, he had a similar kind of job to Peter Davison. Peter Davison was following after Tom Baker, who at the time was the most popular Doctor, and he had to make that work. And Matt Smith was filling the shoes of David Tennant, who was a supremely popular Doctor. Probably at Tennant's peak, probably overtaken Tom Baker as sort of the favourite in the public's opinion. So Matt Smith had to come in and do that, and he was getting stick because he was at the time the youngest, at 26 years old, the youngest actor to play the Doctor. But my God, did he do it well! I've never seen anyone portray the Doctor's old age as well as he had, and he was the youngest, but he really, really did appear old. Does that make sense? The tired and weary Doctor, he absolutely nailed that, and I was sold from the first second when his face becomes Matt Smith's.
Hands. Ooh. Fingers. Lots of fingers. Ears. Yes, eyes too. Nose. And I've had worse. Chin. But I'm here. I'm a girl. No. I'm not a girl. No. I'm still not Ginger. There's something else. There's something important. I'm crashing.
I really love the 11th Doctor. What he did with it, and I'm gonna do episodes another time. But his first episode, the 11th hour, in an hour or less than an hour, they had to a completely different production team, different showrunner, different Doctor, different companion, different TARDIS. They had to do all of these things in under an hour to sell this show to people that got used to David Tennant in the role. And Jesus, did they manage it. The 11th hour, what a great opening episode. Fish fingers and custard.
I need fish fingers and custard.
You ever tried that? It's disgusting. I couldn't swallow it. I tried it because my little boy at the time, he's grown up now, but he wanted to try fish fingers and custard, so we made it for him. He spat it out. I tried it. No, I spat it out. And my dad, being my dad, he had to try it, and yes, he swallowed it. I could tell he wasn't enjoying it, but he wasn't gonna be beaten. So yeah, well done, Dad. Matt Smith, yeah. I loved his farewell speech at the end.
Taking a bit longer. Just breaking it in. Oh. God. It all just disappears, doesn't it? Everything you are gone in a moment, like breath on a mirror. Any moment now, he's a-coming.
Who's coming?
The Doctor.
You are the Doctor.
Yep. And I always will be. But times change, and so must I. Amelia.
Who's Amelia?
The first face this face saw. We all change. When you think about it, we are all different people, all through our lives. And that's okay, that's good. You gotta keep moving so long as you remember all the people that you used to be. I will not forget one line of this. Not one day. I swear. I will always remember when the Doctor was me.
Raggedy Man. Good night. No. Please don't change.
I'll always remember when the Doctor was me. And that was when you had the Doctor Who experience in Cardiff. I went to the live show in London at the XL Centre. No, sorry, that was at Wembley. No, I went to the 50th anniversary convention at the XL and saw him on stage with Stephen Moffat and Jenna Coleman. But yeah, also did the Crash of the Elysium. That was brilliant. It was like a live action play. You were in it. You were in this play, and of course he'd filmed his parts. He wasn't actually there in person, but he'd filmed these parts specially for that. And it was live action role play. You were actually in the story. That was so good. Yeah. But Matt Smith really was sorry to see him go as the Doctor. And he had two great companions. He had Amy Pond and Rory Williams. And of course, he had Clara and River Song. I'm not going to go into the River Song thing now, but yeah, River Song, that's a long and complicated story. River Song, one of the greatest characters ever written in Doctor Who. Yeah, so that's my list of favourite Doctors or ranking Doctors. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments. Be kind to each other and be kind to me. Let's do this all in the spirit of the Doctor, shall we? There's nothing else to say now. But yeah, thanks for watching, and Geronimo. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and would like to see more of the sort of stuff that I'm putting out, then please hit the subscribe button and that notification bell. Hit me up with a like and a comment, and watch one of these other magnificent videos here. Thanks very much. Keep it real. Keep it country.